It took me a year and a half to feel fully settled in my company, my current company. After 2 years of being in that kind of an environment, now people love to work with me. I'm no longer the outsider. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada is my second home. I moved here at the age of 17. I had come to a completely different country without parents or any other support. And I still felt at home, not because of anything else, but the people. So I grew up in Hyderabad, and it used to belong to a state called Andhra Pradesh. It's a hustle-bustle city. It's a lot of people. I grew up in a Hindu Orthodox family. I studied in a Anglo-Indian school, a British convent, and I lived in a Muslim locality, a predominantly Muslim locality, or the city itself. So the influence of different cultures and amazing food, that's where I come from. The reason I decided to pursue my education abroad was the fact that I could have the opportunity to meet people from different parts of the world and also have a different outlook to life. I graduated with a BComm in accounting and operations management. International Student Services program is what I figured out in the first month of being here through the orientation. They've been very integral to me even sticking around and getting through my degree and getting a job, feeling confident in a workplace, because a person's identity comes from a sense of belonging, and a sense of belonging came from ISS for me. My first job in Canada was at Walmart. So by that time, I had applied for 120 jobs, attended 16 interviews. I ended up with a job at Walmart in Windermere. At that time, there were no buses to Windermere on Saturdays and Sundays. So there was only one bus that would run in the morning and the one in the evening.
When she first got this entry-level job at Walmart, she was telling me that she took something like an hour and a half bus ride to get there. I said to her, can you reach out to some other people in your workplace to just find out whether, who's traveling in at that time? Then the next time I met with her around just how work was going for her, she said that, she did actually let people at work know what she was struggling with and how she was struggling to get to work in terms of transportation. And that ended up being a bridge to other co-workers in which friendships developed out of that.
Walmart was the best experience, and even today I cherish it because everybody was empathetic to my situation. Like, there was a day I walked across the grass fields. My shoes were wet. I couldn't work with wet shoes on the floor. So one of the customer service managers said, you know what, let's get you a new pair of shoes. And I said, I can't afford it. $12, I can't afford it. She said, pick a shoes and I'll take care of it. She bought it from me. People recognize that everybody's in the same boat. They want to help each other. And that's Canada, and that's Edmonton, that's Canada for you. In a lot of ways, the work culture in Canada is very different from the rest of the globe even. There's a lot of hierarchy in India. That distinction exists no matter which organization you go in India. And Canadians in general are very polite, and it's not a myth. But I think there's a lot more respect. There's a lot more respect to who you are and what you bring to the table. And it's not just about your intellect, it's also the perspective. People are willing to respect the story you bring. People are willing to understand and accommodate who you are. The ownership culture is a very important aspect about working in Canada. You have to feel like this is your project, this is your company. The costs, the revenue, everything. It's about making the best, optimizing the revenue, optimizing the costs. Every morning we met for 15 minutes to discuss, it's called a stand-up culture, and then we would discuss about projects, about due dates on files and everything. But at the end of it, we also discuss something beyond accounting. We would discuss ideas, we would discuss about the technology that's evolving or anything. We would show a video or discuss a book we read, and that we took to the rest of our day. We were inspired to lead our day. So that made a huge change in people's perspectives because people never used to communicate prior to that. When it's not just about work, I think people are more invested to correct themselves because they see people as people rather than as a tag or a title. So today, everybody is willing to work. They bring in items for discussion. They bring in solutions for discussion. I think that kind of a culture it took me 2 years, but it's amazing. University of Alberta played a very important role, a crucial role in who I am today. The people, the community in Edmonton, the community at the U of A gave me the confidence that I can actually work in Canada, stay in Canada, and make it my home.